The ocean is full of surprises, some beautiful, some terrifying, and others that make no sense at all. From strange creatures drifting in the deep to sudden, dangerous moments no one saw coming, the sea never fails to shock us. These aren't just stories, they're real events caught right in the middle of the ocean. Join us as we uncover the most unbelievable moments ever captured on the open water.
The most dangerous lighthouse in the world. The role of a lighthouse keeper, a profession steeped in history and vital for maritime safety, has evolved significantly over time. These dedicated individuals once lived solitary lives, wholeheartedly committed to the crucial task of tending to and preserving lighthouses. Their significance cannot be understated as they played a pivotal role in guiding ships, particularly during the cover of night. However, the life of a lighthouse keeper was far from easy, marked by numerous challenges arising from their often remote and unforgiving work environments. Many lighthouses were situated on isolated islands, rocky cliffs, or exposed shorelines, subjecting keepers to extreme weather conditions, holy moly, looks like an iceberg, social isolation, and the physically demanding upkeep of lighthouse machinery. The featured footage serves as a testament to their labor-intensive and demanding responsibilities. As technology advanced, the automation of lighthouses gradually unfolded throughout the 19th and 20th centuries, rendering manual labor obsolete. Electric lights, rotating lenses, and electronic devices took the place of lighthouse keepers, enhancing efficiency and safety, but simultaneously marking the decline of their profession. Yet some lighthouses, like La Jument, still stand today as enduring testaments to their legacy. Despite the changing times, watching the relentless ocean waves engulf most of the structure today makes one ponder the immense challenges lighthouse keepers must have faced while erecting these structures in the heart of the vast and unpredictable ocean. Frying Pan Tower. In a display of remarkable courage, this adventurous pair decided to take on the challenge of weathering Hurricane Matthew from the vantage point of a decommissioned Coast Guard station situated approximately 30 miles off the coast of North Carolina. They hunkered down atop this remote station with steely determination, fully prepared to face the mighty storm head-on. In the midst of the storm's fury, an astonishing moment of calm enveloped them as the eye of the hurricane passed directly over their location, offering a surreal respite. However, the hurricane's powerful gusts churned colossal waves that crashed against the sturdy yet exposed station, making their daring feat all the more awe-inspiring. Affectionately known as the Frying Pan Tower, the structure itself is quite the enigma, perched about 100 feet above the vast ocean. Access is restricted to boat or helicopter alone, no leisurely swims back to the shore, and not a landmass in sight. Despite the breathtaking 360-degree vistas it offers, including mesmerizing ocean views, captivating sunsets, and glorious sunrises, acquired from the government after the Coast Guard's abandonment in 2004, the couple transformed it into a unique vacation property. As modern GPS and radar technologies rendered the light station obsolete for guiding ships through the shallow frying pan shoals, this enterprising pair repurposed it, creating a haven for family-friendly fishing in a moderate climate that beckons explorers seeking the extraordinary.
Encounter with Sea Snake. Jonathan Bird, a renowned sea snake diver and wildlife photographer, is celebrated for his captivating series, Blue World, exploring the ocean's diverse inhabitants. His fearless encounters with sea snakes, some of the world's most venomous serpents, leave a lasting impression. These aquatic reptiles possess venom deadlier than their land-dwelling counterparts, making them a challenging fascination. Jonathan's remarkable courage and extensive knowledge of sea snakes allow him to approach and handle these enigmatic creatures easily. He fearlessly picks them up, even demonstrating their distinctive flat tails, crucial for navigating the ocean. In contrast to their lethal reputation, sea snakes exhibit a surprisingly calm demeanor when handled. What's truly astounding is Jonathan's understanding that the risk of a nasty bite is remarkably low. Remarkably, there have only been 2 recorded sea snake fatalities since 1935. These formidable serpents exude an air of confidence, much like a giant who knows the extent of its power but chooses not to display it unnecessarily. Jonathan Bird's boldness shines through as he fearlessly interacts with animals that, if provoked, could potentially end his life within hours. It's a testament to his passion for exploring the fascinating and misunderstood world of sea snakes. Alien creature. What on earth is this mysterious creature that has been causing a stir in Ontario? The video shows an enormous circular entity lurking beneath the water surface, but its identity remains mysterious. Sometimes something resembling a tentacle-like appendage emerges briefly above the water, only to vanish swiftly. There's a momentary suggestion of it being a stingray tail, but the creature's full form remains concealed. As it draws closer, the camera provides a clearer view, yet identifying the exact nature of this enigmatic being remains a challenge. Commenters on the video quickly noted how distinct it looks compared to the surrounding boulders, and it even appears to exhibit rhythmic movements akin to breathing. The presence of peculiar openings on its surface, from which bubbles emerge, suggests some form of emissions. Speculations abound, with some suggesting it might be an exceptionally large jellyfish, similar to those found off the coast of Japan. Regardless of its identity, this encounter represents a significant discovery, as such an enormous jellyfish has never before been observed in the Ontario region. Whales at rest. The ocean is home to some of the most incredible creatures, and the whale, the largest marine mammal in the world, is undoubtedly one of the most majestic. Picture yourself diving into the deep blue and encountering these enormous beings peacefully dozing with their heads held high, facing the surface. What's truly fascinating is how whales sleep. Unlike land mammals, they can't afford to slip into a deep, prolonged slumber because they need to come up for air. To adapt to this unique challenge, whales have developed an extraordinary ability. When they sleep, they alternate resting each cerebral hemisphere, all while keeping one eye open. This remarkable skill allows them to continue crucial activities during their vertical sleep, such as breathing, swimming, and staying aware of their surroundings. In order to effortlessly get the air they need while remaining partially conscious, whales surface and float just below the water's surface. By sleeping with their backs to the surface, they can rest their minds while ensuring they can breathe. This distinctive feature of whales sets them apart from most mammals, whose brains require complete sleep cycles. This adaptation ensures that even when they're resting, whales remain vigilant for potential threats such as predators or obstacles. Observing these magnificent creatures even during their sleep is a truly captivating experience, especially when you witness them with their heads gracefully pointed toward the surface, a testament to their incredible ability to adapt and thrive in the vast oceans. The mysterious Mary Celeste. The Mary Celeste, an American commerce ship, was discovered by seamen at sea on December 4, 1872. There wasn't a single person on board, and the ship contained no signs of the previous crew. So what happened to the Mary Celeste's crew? The important query is that they left behind their items, including jewelry and significant papers, and there were no indications of fighting or violence on board. They seem to have disappeared without a trace. Another ship, the Dea Gratia, discovered the Mary Celeste, whose crew saw it drifting aimlessly. When they boarded her, they noticed the problem right away. The only damage they could uncover was a small amount of water in the hold, nothing too significant, of course, and the ship's lone lifeboat was missing. Even today, there are a ton of hypotheses about the Mary Celeste. Despite some claims to the contrary, there was no indication of a struggle or a pirate raid. There were no indications of violence or disagreements among the crew, which leads some to believe it might have been immunity. According to weather-related ideas, the crew may have briefly abandoned the ship due to a water spout or a strong storm. But if that were the case, why didn't they return to their completely intact ship? The lifeboat was gone, but it wasn't immediately put to use. The idea that there was a problem with the ship's cargo is arguably the most well-liked one. It was transporting industrial alcohol cargo. Though alcohol didn't typically spontaneously ignite, some theorized that the fumes from the alcohol may have accumulated, causing the crew to fear an explosion and flee the ship. The Mary Celeste is still a mystery of the high seas today because of the mystery that surrounds it. The sulfur crack. Deep within Iceland's Thingvellir National Park lies the captivating natural wonder, the sulfur crack.
This unique geological marvel is formed by the gradual parting of the Eurasian and North American tectonic plates, resulting in a submerged chasm stretching about 2.5 miles long and plunging to a maximum depth of 207 feet. What makes this crack even more intriguing is its ongoing growth, expanding by approximately 2 centimeters yearly. But the real magic of the sulfur crack lies in its crystal-clear waters, unrivaled in any other oceanic location. Divers are treated to up to 330 feet of visibility, creating a surreal swimming sensation through the liquid glass. Despite the sub-zero temperatures and limited sunlight, sulfur has a vibrant algae and aquatic life ecosystem that has adapted remarkably well. This thriving fauna owes its existence to a continuous influx of nutrient-rich water from freshwater springs that nourish the crack. The sulfur crack is a truly exceptional underwater paradise waiting to be explored.
A lightning strike. You've just witnessed a breathtaking lightning strike mere feet away from this boat. Fortunately, they managed to avoid the devastating impact of that powerful electric discharge. However, being out in the middle of the ocean, their vulnerability to lightning strikes is significantly heightened. These awe-inspiring bolts of electricity are often associated with towering thunderheads, those massive cumulonimbus clouds that dominate the skies. Within these colossal clouds, a unique set of conditions prevails, a delicate dance of ice crystals and supercooled water droplets, setting the stage for nature's electrifying performance. While lightning can strike both land and sea, it is fond of the ocean. With its high salt content, seawater is an exceptional conductor of electricity, creating a low-resistance path for lightning's journey. Lightning, as a master of balance, naturally seeks out the path of least resistance, which in the case of the ocean is often its shimmering surface. Yet, it's not just the open ocean that attracts these awe-inspiring bolts. Tall structures like ships, oil rigs, and other objects adrift on the water's surface also find themselves at the mercy of lightning's embrace. They act as lightning conductors, providing a secure route for the electrical energy to make its way to the waiting embrace of the water below. So while these remarkable displays of nature's power can be heart-pounding, they also remind us of the incredible forces at play in the world around us. The Ocean Atlas. He goes under various names, including diver, artist, photographer, and naturalist. But this will be Jason the Caris Taylor's legacy. He debuted his record-breaking public sculpture in 2014 and was subsequently inducted into the Hall of Fame of Artists officially. The Ocean Atlas project is an installation that promotes natural coral colonization and discourages visitors from diving near threatened reefs. The statue was created using environmentally friendly, pH-neutral materials that won't poison the water over time, while also helping promote nearby coral growth. The entirety of Ocean Atlas is submerged roughly 10 feet below the water's surface and is being praised as a huge public sculpture. The environmental gesture illustrates the possible benefits of integrating human connection with nature into the original design. The artist insists that we must stop ignoring nature and the effects of our choices immediately. Crocodile attacks drone. A captivating event unfolded off the coast of an Australian island, thanks to the adventurous spirit of Quentin Roper, a local man. The world seemed a bit different back then, a time before lockdowns and restrictions had become our new normal. On that particular day, the sun cast its warm glow, and the tranquility of the surroundings was palpable. However, amid this serene backdrop, Roper's keen eye caught sight of an unexpected guest. A male saltwater crocodile leisurely basking in the vicinity. The allure of a closer encounter with this awe-inspiring creature was irresistible to Roper. With the excitement building, he decided to deploy his newly acquired drone to get an up-close look at the crocodile. Little did he know that this decision would lead to a breathtaking spectacle. As the drone approached, the enormous reptile sprang into action, leaping from the water with a jaw-snapping attempt to seize the drone mid-flight. The crocodile narrowly missed its target in an intense moment, but not without consequences. The drone sustained damage from the encounter. Nevertheless, Roper managed to skillfully pilot the drone back to the boat, averting a potential disaster as it crash-landed safely. Curiously, the crocodile lingered around the boat for a while afterward. It almost seemed as if it was waiting for its moment of fame,
pondering how its daring performance appeared on camera. Apollo engine Saturn V F1. The Saturn V F1 engine played a pivotal role in launching multiple lunar missions, etching its mark in the annals of space history. However, the fate of this iconic moon rocket remained shrouded in mystery until a recent revelation. In a remarkable expedition spearheaded by none other than Jeff Bezos, the visionary CEO of Amazon, and his dedicated team, the Saturn V F1 engines were painstakingly recovered from the depths of the ocean floor. These engines, identical to the ones that powered the historic Apollo 11 mission, which saw the legendary Neil Armstrong, Buzz Aldrin, and Michael Collins embark on their journey to the moon in the unforgettable summer of 1969, had long been lost to the abyss. Their rediscovery left many people astounded, as they had initially been resigned to believing that these engineering marvels were gone forever. Though most of the engine parts remain elusive to this day, the mere fact that we have been able to salvage any sections of these iconic engines stands as a testament to human ingenuity and perseverance. It's a remarkable achievement in the realm of space exploration and a tribute to the enduring allure of the moon missions.
Man ambushed by bizarre animals. Imagine you're in the vast ocean enjoying the view when sudden loud splashes startle you. The source of these mysterious water splashes remains unknown, leaving you puzzled and powerless. But fear not, there's a reasonable explanation for this intriguing phenomenon. In a video titled, "Sailor Makes Chilling Discovery in the Ocean by Accident," it may seem like a nightmare, but it's not. The footage captures manatees, often called sea cows, peacefully swimming underwater and protecting their territory from potential intruders. Manatees are gentle marine creatures found in warm, shallow waters along the Americas' rivers and coast. They primarily graze on aquatic vegetation. While usually serene, they have a unique defense mechanism. When they sense danger, powerful splashes created by their tails. These splashes deter predators and alert nearby animals to their presence. So if you witnessed a spectacle in the ocean, rest assured it's a natural response from these gentle giants. Understanding their behavior eliminates the need for panic when encountering this remarkable display of manatee protection. Black hole. A striking Google Maps satellite image ignited online fascination and speculation. A vigilant user came across an intriguing sight, a mysterious black hole in the vast Pacific Ocean. This enigmatic feature resembled a cosmic black hole and was far from any recognizable lands or islands, perplexing many online observers. Theories abounded, ranging from an undiscovered volcano to a secret military base or an uncharted island. However, the truth behind this puzzle was far simpler. Further investigation unveiled that the mysterious image was merely an optical illusion caused by a less-than-perfect satellite photo of a remote, uninhabited island in the Pacific. This significant island is Vostok Island, situated around 4,000 miles east of Australia. Surprisingly, it's on track to become the world's first nation to vanish due to rising sea level caused by climate change. Covered in lush forests with densely packed trees, they appear black from above, creating the illusion of a mysterious void on Google Maps. Luxury sports car fire. A massive cargo ship caught fire in the vast Atlantic Ocean, stranding thousands of luxury cars, Porsches, Audis, and Lamborghinis. The ship, known as the Felicity Ace, was left unmanned and adrift 100 miles from the Portuguese archipelago. Its crew, originally bound for Rhode Island from Germany, had to be evacuated to a hotel in the Azore Islands. Among the 3,965 Volkswagen AG vehicles on board were 1,100 Porsches. This ship carried the Volkswagen and prestigious Porsche, Audi, and Lamborghini brands. Thankfully, all 22 crew members of the merchant ship Felicity Ace are safe, a fact that was met with relief by Porsche representatives. For those concerned about their ordered vehicles, reaching out to their local Porsche dealer is the best course of action. And here's the kicker. The cargo ship had an astonishing $34.5 million worth of burning cars aboard. According to a consulting firm, the total cost of the ship's damage is estimated to be $500 million, with the salvage operation alone expected to be $150 million. That's a lot of burning rubber.
Now it's time for today's topic. In July 2025, A group of whale watchers off the coast of Hermanus, South Africa, captured footage that has since baffled marine biologists worldwide. The tourists were tracking a pod of humpbacks when the water beneath their boat suddenly erupted, revealing an enormous shark breaching completely out of the ocean. Witnesses described the predator as the size of a bus, with deep scars across its body and an unnaturally thick dorsal ridge. The creature landed with such force that the wave nearly overturned one of the smaller vessels nearby. Experts initially dismissed the footage as an exaggerated great white encounter, but subsequent frame analysis suggested proportions closer to Carcharicles megalodon, a species believed extinct for over 3 million years. The event sparked an immediate investigation, though no additional sightings were confirmed. For those on that boat, the moment felt like witnessing evolution's greatest ghost rise from the depths, alive and real.
Homes fall into the ocean. The homes perched closest to the ocean are poignant examples of our ever-changing world. The relentless ebb and flow of the tide remind us that the planet's landscape is in a state of constant transformation. Having once held sway over a water-covered globe, Mother Nature is now reclaiming her territory. A recent event vividly illustrated her power as the ground beneath 8 structures gave way. They were unceremoniously dragged into the embrace of the advancing water. Thankfully, this dramatic incident resulted in no human casualties, as the buildings were primarily used as vacation homes and Airbnb-style accommodations, all sitting empty during the off-season. The only casualty, if you can call it that, was a stranded dog who had to be rescued by helicopter. It's a stark reminder of the selective protection we offer animals, particularly our cherished pets. One resident had a front-row seat to this unfolding spectacle. Peering out her window, she witnessed the relentless rain, the power lines sizzling with the force of nature, and took off running up the hillside to get a closer look. Sadly, this scenario may not be too far from becoming a reality for many shoreline residents. With icebergs melting, sea levels rising, and waters warming, there's simply nowhere else for the water to go. The landscapes lost to the depths millions of years ago may soon begin to reemerge as our world continues to change in response to the undeniable forces of nature. Mysterious holes on the ocean floor. Not long ago, puzzling undersea patterns in Japan had researchers scratching their heads. Initially, they entertained ideas of advanced underwater species or even extraterrestrial involvement. But as time passed, the truth behind these patterns emerged in a somewhat surprising twist. It turns out that male pufferfish are the artistic culprits behind these beach designs. They painstakingly craft these underwater circles to impress potential mates. If a female finds the pattern appealing, they mate and use the circle as a nest. Recently, another intriguing mystery emerged on the Atlantic Ocean floor. Scientists discovered a series of precisely positioned holes earlier this year. The level of precision almost suggests human involvement, but these holes were found a remarkable 8,000 feet underwater, some 2,500 miles below the surface. It's highly unlikely that humans are responsible for this deep-sea craftsmanship. The true creators of these holes remain a mystery, and it might take years to unveil the answer, much like the enigma of the pufferfish patterns.
9,500-year-old lost underwater city. Located on the western tip of the Saurashtra Peninsula in India's Gujarat state, is an intriguing site with both archaeological and theological significance. Often regarded as one of India's 7 sacred pilgrimage places, it holds a special place in history. While many speculate that this location could be the remnants of the world's oldest city, historians and archaeologists believe it may have been an ancient metropolis closely associated with Lord Krishna. The idea of an underwater city akin to the legendary Atlantis has captured the imagination. Dwarka remained a subject of folklore until recent times, but recent discoveries have added weight to the notion that Lord Krishna's kingdom and epic battles might have a more factual basis than once thought. Archaeological excavations conducted since 1983 have revealed a fortified foundation believed to be the remains of ancient city walls that once enclosed Dwarka along the riverbanks. Over 500 artifacts have been unearthed,
some tracing back to a cultural heritage dating around 2,000 years. Among the findings are stone pillars, blocks, and remnants of irrigation systems. The presence of numerous anchors implies that Dwarka was a historical port engaged in trade between India and Arabian countries. However, the precise time frame of its operation is still a topic of debate. Foreign seafarers likely used this harbor as an entry point to India. The term Dwarka in Sanskrit translates to portal or door, and many mysteries still shroud this site. Despite the remaining enigmas, there is a growing belief that Dwarka may eventually claim its place as one of the oldest yet discovered cities. Disappearing Island. This place was once a lively fishing town. 4 decades ago, children would sail over from the nearby village for joyful weeks of camping. Today, all that remains of this once thriving rainforest island, with its wooden houses, coconut palms, and lush vegetation, is a sea oak protruding 8 feet above the water surface. Situated in the South Pacific, the Solomon Islands consist of numerous islands. Scientists have identified the Solomon Islands as a hotspot for rising sea levels due to factors such as higher temperatures, melting glaciers, and expanding polar ice caps. This island was one of the first 5 whose loss to rising sea levels was officially confirmed. The sinking islands of the Solomon Islands serve as a stark warning of what coastal communities and islanders worldwide may face. Climate change also devastates mangroves, the fragile ecosystems they support, and the thriving wildlife within. On Kele Island, once a place where crops grew, coconut trees were planted, and stilted homes stood, all that remains now are rocks on the white sandy seabed. For many Solomon Islanders, a way of life has vanished from the face of the earth, and the process of relocating is far from simple.